नमस्सर्वेभ्यः शुभमध्याह्नः स्वागतम्। प्रातःकालीनकक्ष्यायाः अन्ते अस्माभिः श्लोकमेतत् पठितं। तस्मिन् क्षणे पालयितुः प्रजानाम् उत्पश्यतः सिंहनिपातम् उग्रम् अवाङ्मुखस्य उपरि पुष्पवृष्टिः पपात विद्याधरहस्तमुक्ता इति। तत्र केचन व्याकरणांशाः इतोपि पाठिताः सन्ति संस्कृतभारत्याः। एतत्तु भवन्तः पश्यन्तु। तत्र अत्र पश्यतु पतल् with all the eth aksharas, patal papata, pat is the final form, the l patal l is the eth akshara there, swara. Okay, so you can see the use of the Vedic l also by Panini in his eth aksharas. Okay, and that was the dhatu there, lit lakara, papata. Nothing else is significant there. Okay, now samasas are important for us to look at. Simhasya nipatah, simha nipatah. Okay, so pullinga, something to remember. Simhasya nipatah, simha nipatah. द्वितीयायां तं सिंहनिपातम् इति स्थापनीयं षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. पुनः पुष्पाणां वृष्टिः पुष्पवृष्टिः, अत्र षष्ठी तत्पुरुष. अत्र बहुवचनं किमर्थं, बहु एकमेव पुष्पं कथं वा वृष्टिना परिवर्तितुं शक्नुमः. बहवः बहूनि पुष्पाणि इच्छितानि भवन्ति, पुष्पाणां वृष्टिः इति. विद्याधराणां हस्ताः बहवः सन्ति इति बहुवचने एव क्षम्यतां, बहुवचने एव हस्ताः इति स्थापितमस्ति. विद्याधराणां हस्ताः विद्याधरहस्ताः इति बहुवचने. पुनः तत्र विभक्तिपरिवर्तनं कृत्वा तेभ्यः मुक्ताः अर्थात् हस्तेभ्यः मुक्ताः. रामात् रामाभ्यां रामेभ्यः, हस्तात् हस्ताभ्यां हस्तेभ्यः, अकारान्तपुल्लिङ्ग. विद्याधरे दरहस्तेभ्यः मुक्ता, एकवचनमेव स्त्रीलिङ्गे. मुक्ता वृष्टिः इति एकवचने, तत्कारणात् एकवचने. विद्याधरहस्तेभ्यः मुक्ता, हस्तमुक्ता इति समस्तं पञ्चमी तत्पुरुषः, पञ्चमी विभक्तौ. आवाक् पश्यतु, ङकारः सन्धि due to parasavarnya, that nakara conversion has happened, anunasika conversion has happened of the kakara. So actual word is avak. Okay, it will be interesting to see. I may be an avyaya, I have to check. So avak mukam yasya saha avang mukaha, yasya saha iti asti, that is anga is mukha and that saha is the third party, which is dilipaha here. Tasya shashti vibhakti, avang mukhasya. So this is a one of the parasavarna or some rule like that we had studied. Okay, that was samasa, always important to look at that. So we have another verse from the sequence. So good biddings for Dilipa and Sudakshinano. Uttishtavatsetyamrutayamanam vacho nishamyotthitamutthitah san dadarsha raja jananimiva swam gramagatah prasavinim nasimham. Uttishtavatsa iti amrutayamanam vachaha nishamya uttitam uttitah san. See the play of words with Kalidasa. Uttitham uttitah san. Uttitha clearly is Tanta Visheshana to Dilipa, that is clear. So Uttitam, how to take that, where to take that, huh? So probably for Uttitam vachaha, vachaha is a napumsaka. So Uttitam vachaha nishamya shrutva iti prayaha tadvad bhati san iti, being so. Dadarsha raja jananim iva swam gramagatah prasavinim na simham. गामग्रतः ग्रामगतः क्षम्यतां गाम अग्रतः ओके गाम so it is gau shabdas dvitiya ekavachana agratah in front गाम ददर्शा simham na dadarsha na simham dadarsha. You have to take 2 copies maybe. So jananim iva swam jananim. So somebody was just we had that swiyam swam. So here it is swa striling swam jananim. So it's a visheshana to janani. See, though it is my, see how it takes strilinga to point to whatever it points to. Swam jananim. Interesting. Let us see further. Okay. Prasravinim, where that applies we have to see. Prasravinim. So jananim iva prasravinim gam. So it's visheshana to gam, but what is the meaning in prasrava? Because we know prasrava means some kind of srava or flow. Okay, so something about milk maybe. Okay, so we will see. So uttishta vatsa iti amrutayamanam vachah shanach amrutayate amrutayamanam. Okay, so look, this may be a sanadi derived namadhatu. Okay, it sounds like that. So we will see whether they explain that in the grammar part. But shanach. Okay, vachaha nishamya uttitam uttitah san dadarsha raja jananim iva swam gam agratah prasavinim na simham. So swam goes behind jananim, I think. Okay, so interesting. So the straightforward, this is sambodhana prathama, very clear. Okay, uttishta, hey vatsa, uttishta, both are in sambodhana prathama. Hey vatsa, uttishta. Okay, iti, so quote for that udgara. Amrutayamanam vachaha nishamya uttitam uttitah. We have to associate uttitam with vachaha, I think we will see later. Okay, uttitah son, having gotten up. Dadarsha, saw the king Raja. Jananim, the mother. Iva, so swam gam agratah prasavinim na simham. Overall we have understood. Now we have to reorder a little bit. So that's what they have done here. Raja, here put the subject itself all the way in the beginning. Raja, okay, which is in bracket, you can put dilipaha. Vatsa, uttishta, you can put one more exclamatory mark here. Iti, because this exclamatory mark, whenever it's in madhyama purusha, lot, vidhiling, etc., exclamatory mark befits there. Okay, so it's not, I should not have said it is sambodhana. It is actually in the sambodhana artha, it's a madhyama purusha stha dhatu. Okay, in lot, uttishta. Iti utthitam amrutayamanam vachaha nishamya. So see here, uttitam amrutayamanam vachaha. So uttitam has been taken in the sense of udgaritam, ucharitam, like that. Okay, told, emanated, that sense. Okay, it's apparent. Amrutayamanam, very, very invigorating type of word, because he was expecting straight Yamaloka darshana. So nishamya, having heard, like that. Okay, uttitaha, one who got up, son who got up. Okay, agratah prasavinim gam. Okay, in his front, prasravinim gam, the cow who was, see, that's what, see, milk oozing, who was literally with the vatsa priyata, she was literally milking at that time on her own this thing, due to her own bhava. Okay, so it's a, Kavi has described her mood through that. Gam swam jananim iva dadarsha. So the nicely ordered, you see, prasravinim gam as a pointer, swam jananim iva dadarsha, his own mother, yeah, iva dadarsha. Simham na dadarsha. See how they have taken a duplicate, put a comma and taken a duplicate. Okay, Very nice. So I will not bother with reading the Pratipadartha with Sanskritam, but just the English. The king, on hearing the nectar-like words that came forth, Uttitam, that came forth, thus, O child, get up, stood up, having stood up, okay, saw in front of him the cow with milk oozing, like seeing his own mother and not the lion. It's a little lame to read it in English. It's fine, we understand the Sanskritam better. Tasmin eva kshane vatsa utishta iti vachanam Dilipah shrutavan tad vachanam amritamiva asit tatah Dilipah uttitavan agratah apashyat आश्चर्यं तत्र सिंहः नास्ति दुग्धं श्रावयन्तीं. See, nice, श्रावयन्तीं शत्रन्त स्त्रीलिंग, okay, श्रावयन्तीं नंदिनीं कर्मपद, दुग्धं श्रावयन्तीं नंदिनीं एव राजा अपश्यत. See here, श्रावयन्तीं is in द्वितीय vibhakti for the drish dhatu, which is in the apashyat. Raja is the karta, okay. Sravayantim Nandinim. So Nandinim is a Dvitiya, this is Visheshya, and Sravayantim is Visheshana to Nandinim. What is Dugdam then? Obviously Dugdam is nothing about Apashyat. Dugdam is about Sravana. So the Shatranta Strilinga here continues to carry its own Kriya Vachakatva. So it's a Apradana Kriya Vachaka in the sentence. So it has its own potential wheel. Okay. So its karakatva of karma is with dugdam. Okay, so dugdam is in karma position, dvitiya position with respect to the sravana. Okay, dhenvaha darshanam tasya swamatru darshanam iva asit. So I mean jananim iva has been explained in the last, it's a separate. Okay, all right. So uttishta vatse अमृतायमानं वचः निशम्य उत्थितम् उत्थितः सन् ददर्श राजा जननीमिव स्वां गामग्रतः प्रसविणीं न सिंहम्. Okay, so they have done this. The darsha is one stack, and pretty much that's what they have ended up with. They have put another darsha part again by taking a copycat, okay, and explain Raja Simham Nadadasa. Raja has been brought there also. That's all. Okay, as a karta. So really one sentence with one small snippet, which is only confirming the first sentence. Okay, so you guys can walk through this, but we'll read it quickly once. Dadarsha apashyat. So a meaning, kriya padam. Kaha dadarsha. Same dhatu in lang apashyat. Same dhatu dadarsha is. Okay, kaha dadarsha raja. Katham bhutah raja, the sun. So you see how uttitaha. Okay, ktanta. Katham bhutah san, uttitaha san, like that. They have taken this style of questioning. Try to remember. Okay, you can technically actually say kidrishaha raja, something like that. You can ask uttitaha raja. Nothing wrong. You can come to that point also. Finally, uttitaha is a ktanta visheshana to raja. Okay, nothing wrong. But this is a slightly better way of fashioning, because this standing up has an action of changing his status from bending down, which we saw earlier, avangmukha, to utthita. So katam bhutaha, being how. Okay, like that. Kam dadarsha, gam dadarsha, kidrishim gam, prasavinim gam, kam iva dadarsha, jananim iva dadarsha. How the iva has been brought out along with this. Okay, so videka bhava, but with a upama videka bhava. Jananim iva prasavinim gam dadarsha. Kim krutva dadarsha nishamya. Okay, having her. So they have stacked all these upper part behind this dadarsha. There may be slightly different way of deriving the order, but this is interesting. So they finished off with the latter part and then went kim nishamya, vachaha nishamya. Okay, because it's kind of having done this, he did that. So they have taken the pradhana part and then taken the upapradhana part. Kim nishamya, vachaha nishamya. Okay, lyabanta. Okay, So this is karma for the nishamya. So kidrisham vachaha, visheshana for vachaha, amrutayamanam. Okay, they hopefully explain the genesis of this. Let us look. They may not. At this, they will just say amrutayaman manaha manam. Actually, napumsaka only, right? Though it is in Dvitiya here, but in Prathama also it will be amrutayamanam. So they will just say akaranta napumsaka amrutayamanam shabda, which is a little lame. It would have been a little more useful to show the genesis of how amrutaya came. Okay, and Vaishanach. Okay, Punaha Kidrisham Uttitham. Okay, Uttitam Vachaha. Okay, that word that emerged. Okay, Kimiti Vachaha. Okay, see this style. Kimiti Vachaha. Okay, or you can actually say Kim Vachaha. Nothing wrong. But because iti is there, Vatseti. So nicely hemmed in the iti with this. Kim iti vachaha uttishta vatsa iti. One go they have gotten the whole sentence out there. Okay, they didn't try to go into what you call akanksha paddhati to extract that sambodhana itself. Just threw it in. Hey vatsa uttishta. This is a single tinganta sentence with one sambodhana. Okay, they have kept the kavi's order. Nice. Kutra dadarsha, agrataha dadarsha at in front. Okay, finished off that part. Then nadadarsha, they have taken the negative part, nasimham, and explained that. Kahana apashyat, raja na apashyat. They have recopied raja from the earlier part. Here only it was used. And then kam na apashyat, simham na apashyat. This is there. So this is there. No, dadarsha is also duplicated. Na is there, simham is there. That's all. Rest is adhyaharta. Nice. Stha dhatuh उत्थायन उत्थितः क्तान्त उपसर्गपूर्वकः स्था धातुः लोट लकारः प्रेरणा उत्तिष्ठ. Okay, this is for the उत्तिष्ठ part, the first one. Then vatsa akaranta vatsa shabdah. Okay, sambodhana pratama sampra, like that. Avyayam iti amrutayamana shabdah, like a guest. Nothing much there. Okay, dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana, we knew that. Vachas shabdah, so vachaha iti dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana. Prathama also vicha vachaha. Vachaha vachasi vachamsi vachaha vachasi vachamsi, like that is the declension for sakaranta navamsaka. Okay, avyayam nishamya lyabantavyayam, they should, oh here they have put lyap. Okay, ni upasarga sham dhatu lyap. Okay, nishamya. This, see, with this combination it takes such a far meaning. Sham dhatu may be having some original meaning, but nishamya has the sense of having heard. It's interesting. Utthita shabdaha, two ways. Okay, one is uttitam, one is uttitaha. Uttitaha is visheshana to dilipa, uttitam is visheshana to vachaha. Okay, so because it's visheshana to vachaha, ditya vibhakti, here it's visheshana to dilipa, so it is prathama vibhakti. And this is pullinga, that is napumsaka. Visheshana can take lingas as they desire, right? Ktanta visheshana. It would have been interesting for them to actually explain uttita as a ktanta. They missed that somewhere. Okay, that could have been one additional value there. Okay, saying uttita ktanta shabdah in bracket here. Okay, anyway, sat shabdah sun, they have taken the sun thing. 9th number, yeah, sun. Okay. Prathama vibhakti ekavachana, san santau santah, like that. Sun. This is not, I know this has the other meaning of a holy person type of thing. Here this is much more simpler. Being so is the sense of this sat interpretation. Sun here doesn't have any interpretation of a sat purusha. It is simply somebody who is so. Somebody is so. Sun, like that. Okay. The sati that we use for saptami is for this only. Sati, being so, in saptami vibhakti. Okay, then drish dhatuhu, what was there? Dadarsha So that's what they have explained. Okay, Prasmaipadi Bhutakalah lit lakarah. Okay, and so lit has that abhyasa, dadarsha, like that, papatha, dadarsha, like that. So Prathama Purusha Ekavachana. Na Rajan Shabdah. So Raja Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana easy. Nalopaha. Nakaranta. Ikaranta Janani Shabdah. Strilinge Dvitiya Vibhaktau. Jananim iti kila Dvitiya Ekavachana. So it's not too difficult. Even technically with our knowledge, a few more things we can add here and there. But Amrutayamana, they missed the point. Actually, it will be interesting because they didn't want to overload you. They are not interested there. But it would have been nice in light font to write about that, how it came to be. Because there is something interesting there. Maybe I should have done the analysis and put it here rather than put this picture of cow. But that's okay. I became lazy. I apologize. So swa, somebody was asking swa, swam. So strilinge asti pashyatu. Swa shabdah. Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana. Okay. So then go shabda gam. Okay. Okay. How they translated swam here? Swam janani miva. Okay, swam janani it goes with. Okay, one's own, his own. This is the interesting part. See, though, so how will in our brain work? Swasya janani miva will work in our brain, right? Dilipasya swasya janani miva. But here swa shabda strilinga swam janani miva has been taken. I have to check with Vayakaranis. Though it is about Dilipa, this swam, it is really about him being, his janani. So we don't say her janani, right? So I am very interested to see what is the grammar here. It's very interesting. Swam janani. It triggers something new in our head. This Hindi uses this way pointer, but I have not seen Sanskrit use that. Swam would belong to Dilipa, janani would belong to Strilinga for Gam. But I am confused by this. I don't know whether actually swa is available as a strilinga shabda and it can be used with a pum, stri or napum subject. Like I can say swam or I can say swam as I desire. Potentially. It is the power of Sanskritam. That's more likely. Okay. It's interesting. So there are two things to pursue. Amrutayamana genesis and this swam business. Okay. Samasaha, great. Asmin padye samasta padani na santi. Definitely it won't come in the exam.
Sir, I have a question. Rasvini is ikaranta.
Ini, there is a stri pratyaya there.
No, but it is showing as ikaranta. It should be ikaranta.
Prasravini. Okay, let me go look where it is. Oh, here it, this side. Yeah. What is this Varya? Ikaranta, right?
It should be ikaranta, not ikaranta.
It does sound like ikaranta. You are right. Because Pratama Ekavachana form won't take dirgha just like that. You are right. Yes, right. Ikar. In fact, even the Pratipadika itself they have shown. We will cross check it. I think they missed the hook. Ikaranta prasravini shabda prayah. Samyak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nadivat. Not mativat. Mati is ikaranta. Vibhakti correct, but idu nadi shabda tarano mati shabda tarano anta variya question ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಹ್ರಸ್ವ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೀರ್ಘ ಇಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ
ಜನನಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ
ಜನನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು ಈ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಬಹಳ ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ होशियार है आदमी हाँ अस्तु तम विस्मितं धेनुरुवाच साधो मायां मयोद्भाव्य परीक्षितोऽसि ऋषि प्रभावान्मयि नान्तकोऽपि प्रभुः प्रहर्तुं किमुत अन्यः हिंस्राः तम विस्मितं धेनुरुवाच साधो मायां मयोद्भाव्य परीक्षितोऽसि ऋषिप्रभावान् मयि नान्तकोऽपि प्रभुः प्रहर्तुं किम् उत अन्यहिंस्राः. Okay, nice words from Nandini. Tam vismitam dilipam. So that surprised Dilipa as a karma stack. Denuhu uvacha, the cow is a strange usage, the holy cow, let's say, the holy cow told, He sadho, hey, I am adding sadho, guru shabdavat guru, sadho, sadhu, sadho, he sadho, mayam maya udbhavya. See the play of words by Kalidasa, like earlier also we saw this. Okay, uttitaha uttitam variation. So here mayam maya, so mayam, the magic or mysterious occurrance, maya udbhavya. So this is a guna sandhi, a plus u o. So maya udbhavya, by me, by generating, by imagining, okay, having imagined, lyabanta, udbhavya bhudatu. Parikshitah asi, you have been tested. Parikshitah tvam asi. Okay, tvam can be imagined because of asi. So parikshitah, because the pointer of tvam is pullinga, which is dilipa. So parikshitah tvam asi. So this part asi is the kriyapada, and so tvam is a implicit karta. So parikshitah is a visheshana to that karta basically. Now this takes pullinga, tvam doesn't need that. It's a trilingaka, but parikshitah takes the ling. So tvam maya mayam udbhavya parikshitah asi, he sadho. Rishi prabhavat, see here takara to nakara, so softening again, parasavaranya taken. Okay, so kakara visa ngakara come, so this is takara going to nakara. So rishi prabhavat mai, in me, so maya, mai, two variations already present. Bhavat mai na antakah api prabhuhu prahartum kim uta anya himsraha. So let's, so rishi prabhavat, due to the great power or force or influence of the rishi, which is Vasishta. Okay, Vasishta prabhavat antakah api, even Yama himself. Who is antaka? Antaka is a visheshana to Yama, the one who ends everything. So antakah, Yamaha. Yamaha api na, I mean not, prahartum prabhuhu. Prabhavati iti kriya vachakatvam, prata prabhuhu iti tanta visheshanatveena antakasya sthapitam. Antakah api prahartum na prabhuhu mai. Okay, so even he cannot lord over me to kill, lord over me due to the influence of Rishi, power of Rishi. That's what he's saying. Kimuta, this is another beautiful Samskrita phrase. In that being the case, what about is the English phrase corresponding to kimuta. What about anya himsraha, other lower killers, okay, like simha and others. Okay, so that's what. So see, vismitam tam denuhu sadho mayam udbhavya maya parikshitah asi tvam, in bracket, Rishi prabhavat mayi antakah api prahartum na prabhuhu. Okay, see this saptami usage. Okay, mama prahartum prabhu, mama is not taken there, na mama prabhuhu is not, mayi na prabhuhu. I mean, he cannot establish his prabhutva upon me is the sense of this prabhu uktanta. Okay, antakah api prahartum mai prahartum athva prahartum mai na prabhavati, to say that the prabhu has been taken. So that saptami bhava is very interesting usage, something to learn in the language for us, how to use saptami over there. It's not so openly obvious, the bhava of the adhikarana, but it is there because this prabhutva is being desired to be placed by Antaka upon me if I am a mere mortal. But Nandini is no mere mortal. Okay. Anya himsraha kimuta. How about other jantus who are killers? Okay. So again there is a samasta here. Anya himsra. Okay. Iti uvacha. Oh, iti uvacha is there. Denuruvacha. So Vismitam tam denuhu blah 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 iti uvacha. Nicely they have brought around that. See, they put all this Madhyama Purusha sentence, okay, in quotes. Actually, what came out of the Nandini's mouth, and put the statement of Kalidasa about it using Vismitam tam denuhu blah 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 iti uvacha. Like that. Nicely. Very interesting Anvaya. Something to remember. Okay. You know, what you do, calmly read it a couple of times. Don't get tense. Read it a couple of times. It's like you would have read earlier, not that will all this remain in our head. But as long as we are confident of how we are understanding the verse, then the sentence order will more or less come out. Okay. Alright. English only I will read. The cow spoke thus to him who was astonished. O gentleman, by creating an illusion you have been put to test by me. Parikshitaha asi. Rishi Prabha, owing to the greatness of the sage, the power of the sage, even the god of death, Antakaha, is not capable of striking at me. Okay, they have taken me in the sense of at me because they literally it won't translate like that. Upon me is how it is coming, but it's okay. Kimuta, what remains to be said of? Correct translation of that. What remains to be said of? How about other harmful animals? Yeah. So himsra is a himsra pashu is basically any hunter type of animal that harms others. Not in the sense of harm, it eats others. Tatparyam. Simham apashyan, seeing, pushpadharam cha anubhavan dilipaha. I mean, looking forward. Sorry. This apashyan is basically Shatranta Pashyan with a negation. Nai Tatpurusha of Shatranta. Okay, so na Pashyan, apashyan. Shatranta word takes that form. Okay, something to learn. It looks deviously like some kind of Bhutakala form. No. Okay. Pushpadharam cha anubhavan, experiencing the rain of the dhara shabda has been used in case of Vishnu in the place of Vrishti. Interesting. Okay, anubhavan, experiencing. Here there is no nai. Anu is a upasarga to bhavan. So then dilipaha ascharya chakitaha abhavat tadrisham tam uddishya. So this whole thing has been brought to vismitam. Vismitam has been explained by in Tatparya like this. Okay, see how the technique, because why he was surprised has to be explained. So when you go to Tatparya, try to explain these initial connector words more and leave off some trail of your own opinion about the whole thing. If that's the best way, rest you can go with Anvaya Vakya literally. There's nothing more to be said than what's already told by Kavi in slightly simpler terms. That's what they go about doing now. तादृशं तम उद्दिश्य धेनुः वदति राजन् बुद्धिपूर्वकम् अहमेव त्वां परीक्षितवती. बुद्धिपूर्वकं विथ माय ओन इंटेंट सेंस. ओके. सिंहः मया निर्मितः न वास्तवः, इज नॉट रियल. भगवान् वसिष्ठः माम् अतिशयेन अनुगृहीतवान् अस्ति. ही हैज बेस्टोड मी विथ एक्सट्रीम एबिलिटीज. तस्य अनुग्रहः अस्ति, his grace is there इति कारणतः, कारणात् could have been there. साक्षात् यमः अपि मां हन्तुम् असमर्थः अस्ति. So even Yama cannot kill me due to that anugraha or grace of Vasishta. Ete prani, this is a little bit, I mean it's nice actually. She is the daughter of very Kamadhenu. So yeah. Ete praninah kim va kartum shaknuyuhu. What these mere animals can do to me, like this. Okay, it's nice. Anvaya Rachana. So they have taken Uvacha from the earlier. Okay, this is the outer sentence. This is the outer sentence. Then they have gone into internal sentences. Okay, so Uvacha Uktavati Kriyapadam. Okay, this is a meaning of ktavatu, meaning of uvacha. Okay, that's what they have given there. Ka uvacha, denu uvacha, kam uvacha, tam uvacha, which is not the kidrisham tam, vismitam tam. They have finished off there. Then they have gone about. So they could have brought iti, but iti they will bring at the end of the sentence, or maybe just little bit ignore it for a while during this Anvaya Rachana maybe. Okay, asi. So asi, this Kriya Pada. So Kriya Padam kaha asi tvam adhyahritam kidrishah tvam parikshitah tvam kim krutva parikshitah udbhavya. Okay, having imagined or generated, like that. Okay, kam udbhavya, mayam udbhavya, using the power of miracle. Kena parikshitah, maya parikshitah. Okay, can go slightly different order, but I think it's okay. Na prabhu asti. Okay, so this is the second part. He says here. Okay, rishi prabhavat mai antakah api prahartum na prabhu. So they have na prabhu asti. They have taken asti as a udya. They should have taken a bracket there, but it's okay. Samartha nasti. So kaha na prabhu, antakaha na prabhu, kim kartum na prabhu, prahartum na prabhu. So I have taken na prabhu as nasti almost and went kim kartum nasti, kim kartum, like that. Okay, kasmin prahartum. Okay, they have taken saptami just like that. But we have to know the why saptami came there. Okay, kasmin prahartum, mai prahartum, kasmat na prabhu, rishi prabhavat. Okay, and prahartum is in the sense of hantum here. Okay, not just to strike. It's in the dhvani here is hantum. Okay, handatu is there. Okay, kimuta na prabhavanti. Kimuta itself has been put as okay, what else? And then na prabhavanti, basically, because see, what about is what it is saying, himsaha na prabhavanti. So they have taken na they have taken and prabhavanti. Okay, and then that prabhu's prabhavanti has been extended there. There is no prabhavanti anywhere. So few things should have been placed with brackets so that we don't get confused. Anyway, kena prabhavanti anyahimsraha. So this let us look at this kimuta. It's a little complex. This is not easy, but try to do your best. What comes to you. So kimuta, kim plus uta. What say is the sense. Okay, tatra naryaha evam kimuta naraha hanta. Okay. Some vague sentence example I have chosen. It's not great. I mean, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗಸರೇ ಹೀಗೆ ಇನ್ನು ಗಂಡಸರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕನ್ನಡ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ततना उधर नारी लोग ही ऐसे है तो नरों के विषय में पूछना ही नहीं, क्या करे क्या कहे, like that. Hanta, like that. I mean, just have used it in a sense somewhere else to understand this kimuta usage. Hanta, see, this is another udgara of Sanskritam, beautiful. Okay, evam is also very arthagarbita here, like this. We like this so much now. We use in English also a lot of like this, like that, like this. This is our language. Evam is very powerful even in Kannada and all. Hinge, hange, like that in Kannada. Aisa, jaisa. We use it a lot. Okay, kincha. This is another combined udgara. Kim plus cha, kincha, kimuta, kincha. Kincha is used in the sense of and further, moreover, when we speak, no, when we connect sangati from previous saying to the next sangati, we say this, na, kincha, and also like that. Okay, so saha tatha vadet kincha satyameva tat.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಹಾ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ.
ಏನ್ ಮಹಾ ಅಂತ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಲೈಟ್ಲಿ ಬೆಟರ್. ಸಿ ಸಹ ತಥಾ ವದೇತ್, ಹಿ ಮೇ ಸೇ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಕಿಂಚ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸತ್ಯಮೇವ ತತ್, ನಿಜನೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಅನದರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಭಗಿನಿ ದಟ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ತಥಾ ಹಿ. So another udgara that is done together, tata with he. So like that only. This also is a very in all our English we use like that only, like that only. That is this phrase. Okay, hange. So this is that. Okay, sah jnani asti tata hi karyatatparo api. I mean, he is a smart fellow at the same time, and also he is also busybody. I mean, this is a rare quality, no? A knowledgeable person who is a busybody is a rare quality. One always wishes to find people like that. Typically, they come lazy. So, yeah. Sometimes we wonder, why did God give so much brain power and not motivation in this person like that? It's a bad combination. Endless number of subhashitas is there about these kind of things. One who has money doesn't want to do dana. One who wants to be dani doesn't have money. Who is there in the world who has both abilities? That kind of thing. Okay, so I think we learned this. So you guys go through the padavivarana. Vach dhatu and as dhatu are the two dhatus that are there. So uvacha is that. Okay, so that is a lit bhutakala.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪದವಿವರಣನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ?
ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ದೇ ಮೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ ಅಂಶಾನ್ ಸಂಸೂಚ್ಯ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಮೇ ಸೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಮಾಸ ಪದಾನಾಂ ವಿಗ್ರಹಣಂ ನಾಮಧೇಯಂ ಚ ದತ್ವಾ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಮೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್. ಅಥವಾ separately they may ask in the question समासानां विग्रहणमपि करोतु, something like that. विग्रहणं करोतु means नामकरणमपि करणीयम् अस्माभिः. Be ready. Okay, do the best. Don't worry if every word you can't get right and all that.
So in the normal anvay, we don't have to do the samas vigrahvakya.
For this our Raghuvamsham section, the whole point is anvaya rachana, no? So the question, they may freely ask to do all of this or some of this for the given verses.
They'll specifically ask.
They will probably specifically ask. So at least if they specifically say there, you stick to the specifics, and if time allows and you are able to do one or two more, you do it. Because if you see 5 or 6 marks, no, and they have asked only, for example, anvayartham chalikata, 5 marks for very simple step of anvaya and anvayartha, it doesn't seem deserved. Then you say, okay, I will write some tatparya section, and if I know, I will do this anvaya rachana. Technically they should be very clear in the question paper, anvaya rachanam karotu, like that. Then we know akanksha expansion we have to do. So remember these keywords nicely, memorize them. At that time, finally be influenced more by the number of marks. Okay,
That's true,
if
sir.
the number of marks is high, don't underdo things. Huh?
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But technically, the evaluator also is looking at the question, saying, okay, anvayartham chalikata. Why, if a particular guy has not done the anvaya rachana, so anvayam karotu is like on the wall. Does it mean write the anvaya vakya? Does it mean do the anvaya rachana? Is the question. So if you want to interpret it only do the anvaya vakya placement, then that's that. But for me, anvayam karotu, you take it that mean anvaya vakyam likhatu, anvaya rachanam api darshayatu, like that. Okay,
Understood,
if it is
sir.
5 marks. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
The other question is, what is the difference between anvayartha and tatparya? Not too much. Anvayartha is what you have to do. Of course, this is done in English, so you can do it in English also there. It's not I would write the anvaya vakya with spaces and go butler English, even with, if we have to do it with 3-4 words at a time. Vismitam tam denuhu, to that cow which was surprised, and then quote sadhu, hey sadhu, like that you can go in English. Mayam udbhavya, okay, generating with the power of imagining with the power of maya. You don't need to translate maya, write in English maya. Some things are in non-translatables. Okay, it's nothing to do with magic. Maya shabda. Okay, maya parikshitah asi equal to you have been tested by me. Like this you go. You don't have to go maya by me, parikshitah tested, asi you are. No, I mean, a little bit phrasal level is fine, which is here and there they have done that here. But here, no, they have struggled a lot to reorder the words for English. You are not going to be able to do this. If you do this now, you will have to write the full English sentence and then fit the Sanskrit words around that. I would rather take the Sanskrit order, which is very obvious to all of our Indian brain, and then go phrase wise English butler. Finish. That's it. Okay. That's what I would do, regardless of how many marks they will give me, if they asked for Anvayartha. Okay. You are free to do that with Sarala Samskrita also. Denuhu. Okay. Here you can say go ho, something like that. Okay.
Right, sir.
Gauhu, Gauhu, I think. Yeah. Okay, like this. Okay, so I think we finished. Oh, Samasa was there, sorry. Rishi Prabhavaha, Rishehe Prabhavaha. So, Shashti Tatpurusha, the influence of the Muni. Sorry, there is a lot of noise coming to my ear. I hope you are not hearing. So, Anyecha te himsrascha. See, Anya himsra, how they have done. So, it is a Karmadarya. Other. So, Anye himsraha. Anya himsraha. So, this is more in that other longer variety Vigraha Vakya. Anyecha te himsrascha. Karmadarya. Okay, Samskrita Sahitya Parichayaha. We can get started. We have enough time. So, let us read this segment. So, Samskrita Kosha Sahityam. Are you guys getting a lot of noise from my side or hearing me clearly?
Clearly hearing you, sir. No
Okay.
noise.
The microphone is doing the rejection. Thank you. There is some
Clearly,
kind of a drilling machine going in my neighborhood. Okay. Samskrita Kosha Sahityam. Bhashadhyayane Shabdakoshāṇāṁ Avashyakata Visheshatah Bhavati. So, in the study of languages, the use of dictionaries becomes specifically important. Atah sarvasu api bhashasu bahuvidhaah koshaah upalabhyante. For this reason, in all languages, you get varieties of dictionaries. Some are, paryaya pada dictionaries, some are word translation, etc. Word meaning, etc. Samskrita bhasha yata ati prachina tathaiva Samskrita kosha sahityam api ati prachinam. The same, just as the Sanskrit language is very old, even in the same manner, the creation of books of words of Sanskritam, that means dictionary of Sanskritam, also is a old habit. I mean, it's not something new. This has been existing in our history also, creation of dictionaries. Okay. Vedartha jnanartham prachine kale. Usually this will be a samasta. Prachina kale. Anyway, prachine kale nigantavaha bhavanti sma. So the word they used to use nigantu. Okay. Nigantavaha is a plurality of nigantu shabdaha. Okay. Vedartha jnanartham. For the knowledge of understanding the meaning of Vedic texts in very old times, in the times of Veda itself, nigantavaha bhavanti sma. So there used to be special dictionaries called nigantus in that time. Idanim upalabhyamanaha nigantuhu. See here the full nama. So see the pullinga. You see how we learn its linga. Upalabhyamanaha pullinga shanach. So clearly nigantuhu is a pullinga shabda. Ukara is a guru shabda. Nigantuhu nama yaskasya niruktam. So the oldest known or actually even presently available nigantu is niruktam of Yaska. It's a very famous. Okay. Vaidika nigantavaha asan tataha purvam. Before niruktam itself there were many Vaidika nigantus. Okay. Kintu te idanim na upalabhyante. We have lost more than what we have. Let me say this though, rather than lament the loss, we should lament the fact that we are not doing much with what is available. So you guys have to be complimented for coming into this world. Okay, kintu te idanim na upalabhyante. यास्कस्य निरुक्तं तावत् वैदिकनिघण्टोः भाष्यम् इति परिगण्यते. So we take nirukta itself as a commentary of the earlier Vaidika Nigantus in the manner in which it goes about explaining things. So it may be having the essence of the earlier Nigantus by in the sense of being a bhashya or a further work upon top of them. यथा यथा कालः गतः तथा तथा लौकिकी भाषा प्रवृद्धा. As time proceeded, the more what you call worldly language of Sanskritam basically increased. Okay, the Vaidika prayogas became less used, and more classical spoken version of Sanskritam, Laukika version, became more established. Of course, with Panini and such grammarians working hard at it, trying to streamline. Basically, it's like when people start using apabramshas, like it's a rainfall, pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter. What Panini and others have done, Vyakaranis have done, is they have dug trenches and directed this to flow into some kind of Ganga Nadi of Sanskritam, so that there is some congruency. The kanas otherwise will become gone. So they have collected it and filtered it and made it flow like a pure Ganga. That's how I would look at it. I mean, there is a Laukika, see, that's what is very clear. So there is Laukika influence, but finally the Vyakaranis showed a path, saying this, please don't keep using all the other corrupted version, use this like this. Okay, same thing happened in Kannada also. Classical Kannada somewhat emerged like that, because people in every few hundred miles use a slightly different twang for the same word. No need. So they said, okay, finally we'll come with this one common form which is much better represented in Lipi. So let us call this classical like this. I am not meaning just borrowing from Sanskrit and calling it classical. Even old Kannada native sounds have been aligned into some flow. So same way Sanskritam. Yatha yatha kalah gatah tata tata laukiki bhasha pravruddha tatah shabda prapanchaha api vistritah jatah. So the repertoire of words. Shabda prapancha means basically the collection of words. The world of words also became broad. Shabdanam artha parigyanartham lingajnanartham paryayadi cha nigantunam avashyakata apatita. Of the words for the knowledge of meaning, for the knowledge of their gender, for the knowledge of equivalent words of those. For all these reasons, it became necessary to have this dictionary forms. It fell upon us the need to have these dictionaries. Tatah bahavaha nigantavaha utpannaha shabdakoshaha. They have given the paryaya. Okay, so this is easier to remember. But by now we know Nigantu very well. So tataha bahavaha nigantavaha shabdakoshaha utpannaha. This Nigantu shabda is still used. There is a Mulki, which is a town in somewhere near Hubli, Dharwad, I don't know exactly. So lot of work happens in that region for Kannada students who study with Kannada medium and all that. So there they have done excellent Kannada Nigantus and all that. So they use Nigantu Shabda. First time I came in Mysore, I never came across this Nigantu Shabda anywhere. So Shabda Kosha and things like that. But I saw Nigantu emerge from Mulki region, because we also for our SLC exam used to use their Nigantus.
Dakshina Kannada, sir, Mulki.
Dakshina Kannada. Oh, thanks.
Yes.
Okay, Dakshina Kannada. Okay, nice. So somewhere closer to north of Mangaluru and all that. North of Udupi. Okay. Idanim sarve shabdakoshaha akaradikramena shabdan suchayanti. So now all the dictionaries go with the akaradikrama, which influenced by the alphabet order. Okay, that was not the original style. You will see later. It was more congruent than just using letter order. But anyway, this is easier for search of the modern day. Okay, shabdan suchayanti. So akara, akara, ikara, ikara, like that the words will go. Kintu Samskrita kshetrasya prachina koshaha tatha na asan. The older granthas were not in the akaradikrama. Prachina, not that we didn't have akaradikrama. Of course, our alphabet started with akaradikrama, but We didn't depend on that for kosha ordering. Prachina kalina kosheshu dvaividhyam drishyate. Two natures are seen, two varieties are seen. So that's what they explain. So 1 and 2 important. So this kind of questions will come. Okay. Prachina kalina kosheshu katham vida bedaha asan. So dvaividyam bedham asit, something like that. Dvividau bedhau asit astam, something like that will come. Do your best. So shabdan vargashah vibhajya tad varga sambandhinam paryaya padanam linga sahitam nirdesham kurvanaha grantaha atava koshaha. Okay. So shabdan vargashah vibhajya, classifying the words according to their groupings of meanings, I guess. So Swarloka, Bhuloka related, like this they would go. Okay. So Vargashaha Vibhajya Tad Varga Sambandhinam Paryaya Padanam. So in that section they will take the word, keyword, and then go with giving equivalent words for those. Okay. And also try to indicate the gender, etc. So Etadrishaha Koshaha Yata. The examples for this is Amara Koshaha. This is the dominant remaining one, but we do have others. Kalpadruma is also brilliant. More Arvachina. This is Prachina, Amara Kosha. Arvachina means more modern. Of course, when we say modern in Sanskritam, we mean few hundred years old. Amara Koshaha, Abhidana Chintamanihi, Haravalihi, okay, Trikanda Koshaha, Kalpadruma Koshaha, Ityadeha. You can find in ashtadhyay.com Amara Kosha and Kalpadruma, definitely. I don't know about others being accessible there. Okay. Shabdana, the number 2 variety. Let's see, interesting this one. Shabdanam antiman varnan kakaradikrameena sangrihya hakaranta paryantanam shabdanam linga sahita nirdesham kurvanaha. See this beauty of Samskrita. Rather than bother about the first letter, which meant nothing to us, the last letter means a lot to us. For a Pratipadika, the last letter defines how we use it, right? Rama Shabda, Hari Shabda, etc. Akaranta, Ikaranta, that's more important than his Hari or Gari or Pari. Okay? So, beautiful. So, what is the utility? Antakriya. So, Shabdanam Antiman Varnan Kakaradikrameena. So, Kakaranta, like this. Okay? Obviously, Akarantikramena should have been there. Interesting. Why they... Okay, anyway. Sangrihya Hakaranta Paryantanam Shabdanam Linga Sahita Nirdeshanam Kurvana. Because lot of Shabdas end in Swaras. So maybe they should have said Akaradikramena Hakaranta Paryantam. Could have been the correct edit. Techa Yatha Medini Koshaha Nanartha Ratnamala.
What forms of Kurvana? Kurvanaha.
Kurvanaha. Okay. Grantaha Visheshana. Okay. So those which are doing, like Shanach. Okay. Kurute. Kru dhatu has Ubayapaditva. So it can take Shanach ending or Shatri ending. Okay. Here Shanach has been shown. Kurvanaha, Grantaha or Koshaha, like that. Okay. Bahuvachana.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Techa Yatha Medini Koshaha. This is also pretty much still in use. Nanartha Ratnamala Anekartha Raksa Sangraha Ityadayaha. Upari Nirdishtaha Ubhayavidaha. Okay, Ubhayavidaha. Api Koshaha. Vidaha plural to go with Kosha. Both varieties of dictionaries. Shloka Rupena Eva Bhavanti. This is another one thing that won't leave us is Shloka Sahitya. Okay. So the brilliance is they did this like shloka so that it can be memorized. Okay. Shloka rupena eva bhavanti. Prachine kale lekana saulabhyam etavat na asit ityatah smarana shaktehe anukulyartham shloka kosha shastra koshadayah sarve shloka rupena eva bhavanti sma. I mean, lekana saulabhyam asit, but it was not like printing press was available. It like people had to hand copy. I'm sure that courts in the courts means, when I mean courts, king's courts, they did use some kind of block printing techniques. Okay, it's not like it was absent. There was some kind of block printing, but to create a hand carved block for something, it better be some king's diktat or something like that. Imagine doing block printing of entire Amarakosha or something like that. So I think they said, oh, it's so easy to remember, let's memorize it. So let's teach the kids to memorize it. One wouldn't plan like that today. Today, if you do this kind of thing, they will say, why are you wasting their brain? It's so stupid. This is what is their best capability in childhood, memory. A good part of our brain is for memorizing, which we don't exercise, so they've all become sponge inside. प्राचीने काले लेखनसौलभ्यम् एतावत् न आसीत् इत्यतः स्मरणशक्तेः आनुकूल्यार्थम्, in order to increase the memory power, they created is as shlokas. लौकिक संस्कृत क्षेत्रे प्रायः पंचसप्तति ओके लोक संस्कृत क्षेत्रे प्रायः 75 निघण्टवः कोशाः इदानीम् उपलभ्यन्ते. वाव, टुडे वी स्टिल हैव 75 varieties of these dictionaries from old times. ज्ञातकर्तृकाः with those which have known authors. Okay, एतदतिरिच्य अज्ञातकर्तृकाः 10-15 निघण्टवः अपि उपलभ्यन्ते. There are 10-15 more which we don't know who created. It is there. Okay, this is common. भाषाभ्यास दृष्ट्या, from the viewpoint of practice of the language, अधिकतया उपयुज्यमानः कोशः अमरकोशः. This Amarakosha is the one that is being most predominantly used. In fact, even my sisters learnt this in their childhood. They used to go after class to one teacher who was there 4 streets away. He will in the evening sit and teach Amarakosha to tons of children who will come like that. I don't know why my parents didn't send me there, but my sisters did go there. Maybe by the time it was time for me to learn, that person may not have been available. They were so rare who would not even take money and teach this thing to children in the community. Anyway, Amarakoshaha. Etasya vastavikam nama namalinganuशासनम iti. Recently my sister, knowing that I am doing a lot of Sanskrit studies, she presented me with that original Amarakosha book that she had bought in her childhood. Jirnavastha, it is there somewhere. Etasya vastavikam nama namalinganuशासनम iti. एतस्य रचयिता अमरसिंहः, ग्रेट गाय. गच्छता कालेन एषः कोशः अमरकोशः इत्येव प्रसिद्धः जातः. So he named it नामलिंगानुशासनम. In first few verses itself, नामलिंगानुशासनं क्रियते मया, something like that he goes. We will see that. Okay, अमरकोशः इत्येव प्रसिद्धः जातः. आप्राचीन कालात्. So this आ शब्द you see here. Okay, this can be added to aprachina or can be kept separate also. That means from is the sense of this a. Okay, aprachina kalat, from a long time, and also it sometimes takes the sense of to. Amaranam, that means up to death, up to also is the text. Okay, aprachina kaladapi bhashabhyasi bihi, by those who do bhashabhyasa, that is bhashabhyasi. Okay, Vyasi bihi, bhashabhyasi bihi, those who do practice of language. Amarakoshasya kantastikaranam kriyamanam drishyate. Even today actually Vyoma Labs has special classes where the lot of kids are learning. You can see the recordings of them practicing and learning also. Okay, kriyamanam drishyate. Again another shanach there. Paryaya padajnanartham लिंगज्ञानार्थं शब्दार्थज्ञानार्थं च अमरकोशस्य अध्ययनं नितान्तं उपकरोति. For knowing equivalent word, thesaurus power. Roget's thesaurus is so famous. In our childhood we would have glanced at it, right? So in addition to Wren and Martin, 2 books were important for us, at least in my childhood. Roget's thesaurus and I don't know to say Roget's or Roget's, and then there is a Wren and Martin small nice grammar book of English. So same way this Amarakosha is similar, it has the power of Ragat Thesaurus in it. So Paryaya Padartha Jnanartham, Linga Jnanartham, to know the this is specific to Sanskritam, right? Every word has a linga, or at least it is trilingaka, something like that, or avyaya, all those things, for all that knowledge. Shabdartha Jnanartham, for getting to know the meaning of the words. Okay, this how will you know? Shabdartha, they didn't spend too much effort. When they give paryaya, usually because a list of paryayas will be there, one of them will give the artha to you because you are familiar with it. They don't need to struggle. So it comes as a side effect of paryaya padajnana. Amarakoshasya adhyayanam nitantam upakaroti. Nitantam, endlessly, it helps us. Definitely. Okay, etasya panchatrimshad adhikani vyakyanani santi. Look at this. This kosha has 35 vyakyanas. Others who further did analytical work so that somebody didn't understand how to break the words in the sloka. They did all that and specifically said this is pullinga, this is strilinga. Like this they have done the editorial work, and so 35 vyakyanas are there. Santi ityetadeva etasya parishkritatam janapriyatam cha dyotate. It shows its popularity by how many further people worked on it. Okay, so now let's look at it. Okay, so again, thanks to our Nilesh Bodhaswarya, we have this beautiful portal ashtadhyayi.com where the Amarakosha is digitally accessible. Okay, so let's just in memory of Amara, let us read a few verses. Yasya jnana daya sindho ragadhasya nagha gunaha sevyatamakshayo dhiraha sashriye chamrutaya cha. So this is Mangala. Okay, so he is doing Mangala Kathana, and he is not picking any particular god. He is calling his god as the one who is the ocean of knowledge itself. Okay, so very nice. Okay, samahritya anyata tantrani. Samahritya anya tantrani, by collecting the knowledge from other works, other tantras, other works. Sankshiptaihi prati samskritaihi. Okay, in filtered manner. Okay, in a puristic manner. Sampurnam uchyate, everything is told. Vargair, in different vargas, in different groups. Nama linganu shasanam, he named his own work here. See, Nama linganu shasanam uchyate. Okay, see, the Pratama Kanda is called Swarga Varga, so that is Vargai. So Swarga Varga, first he starts with Swarga. Okay, so and then you see the Shastratva of these Granthas. He doesn't drop into anything about actually listing the nouns yet. The first is a prayer. Okay, almost you can call it as a, if to sadly use the word, a secular prayer. Okay, then this is the Vishaya Suchana, and also his grace in thanking his Purvajas by saying, I have only taken knowledge from others, like that. So there is some there, but also he is explaining how he went about it, and then how he is confident he has gone about with the most comprehensive collection, Sampurnam. So beautiful. Then he goes, three of the verses are actually technical verses which tell how to interpret the remaining work. This is the beauty of Shastra. So prayashah rupa bhedena sahacharyatcha kutrachit stri pum napumsakam jneyam tad vishesha videhe kvachit. So perhaps with difference in the form of how I have outlined, and with the association of neighborhood in some places, the fact that something is Strilinga, something is Pullinga, something is Napumsaka should be understood. Okay, using special such organizations, vidhis, in some places. In some places it may need Vyakhya, maybe the admission there. Okay, nice. Then Vedakyanaya nadvandvo naikashesho na sankaraha. Okay, so for the purpose of differentiating, I have no duals, no ekashesas, and no sankara, no what you call collection of words that don't belong together, something like that. He is defending some ways in which he combines words ahead. My Guruvarya has beautiful Vyakhya for this that he taught us. I am trying to do my best from my simple reading. Okay, Krutotra bhinna linganam anuktanam kramadritehe. Okay, so where it requires special assistance, I have directly indicated the linga. Where it is not required because the other words are popularly known, there is no need like that. Okay, by krama you know that. So something he is saying. Okay, trilingyam trishviti. So I use the word trishu. What he is saying, I use the word trishu to mean that set of words that precede it are in three lingas, like that. Trilingyam trishviti padam mithunetu dvayoriti. I use dvayoho to indicate they are in two lingas, and you have to more or less infer from the form of the word, oh, he means pumlinga and napumsaka. Usually pum napum forms are there of some words are available in pum napum. Okay, and many words are available in all three lingas. Typically those becomes visheshanas definitely. Okay, so that's what he says. I use trishu, I use dvayoho, this kind of indicator markers to mean that. Okay, nishiddha lingam sheshartham. In some places what he does, when some particular linga is not allowed, he just indicates astriyam. He will say astriyam, not in strilinga, which means it is possible in pullinga and napumsaka declension. Like that is going. Okay, sometimes he may say apumsi also. Astriyam I have seen a lot. So sheshartham tvantathadi na purva bhak. I am not able to explain exactly. So there is some technical explanation there. So like this he is going. So it will be interesting to get to somebody's proper preaching of these verses, or maybe reading some Vyakhyana. Actually, if you just go to ashtadhyayi.com, click on this link, probably some Vyakhyas will appear where you will get explanation. So we don't need to struggle. So next what Nilesh Bodhaswarya and his team have done is, they have taken each of the further actual dictionary lines, okay, and completely broken it down. We normally don't need more than this. So swar, avyayam, swarga, pullingaha, naka, pullingaha, tridiva, pullingaha, tridashalaya, pullinga. See how he puts it, Amara, swar avyayam. See he is right there, he indicates swar avyayam. So swar is the form, like that. Okay, so that's how you have to use. You cannot make it swara or something. Swar is how you have to use wherever you need to use it. Okay, then swarga, naka, tridiva, tridashalayaha. By using this alayaha, he knows ala. So pullinga, plural is used. So all these are in pullinga, is clear too. That's why pullinga goes, right. So he doesn't need to repeat like that. By association we know the pullingatva. Swargaha, nakaha, tridivaha, tridashalayaha, like this words are there. Okay, so this is the technique by which it's okay. So he started with swar shabda. Okay, then he uses his own name Amara in the second verse. Okay, all right. Oh, sorry, I am supposed to click here. So that is about Amara Kosha. Okay, so we'll finish this slide and then we can call it a day, guys. I won't torture you more. Okay, akaradikramena rachiteshu kosha. So Amara Kosha is not akaradikrama, it's basically varga krama. Okay, he takes a varga, swarga varga. So we saw one varga at least, swarga varga. Okay, you can call it swar varga also, because swar is also available. अकारादिक्रमेण रचितेषु कोशेषु आदिमः शब्दकल्पद्रुमः. That's what I was saying earlier also. It came somewhere, right? So this is also there in ashtadhyayi.com. Okay, in under koshas you can see that. These three are very important portals. Okay, actually two of these portals are actually of Nilesh Bodas and his team only. I am calling team because he's got a lot of other professors and students who have contributed to how he has built on top of their works. Okay, and his slash kosha actually is also separately accessible as samskritkosha.com. He wanted to keep the database separate, I guess. And then this kosha.sanskrit.today is another beautiful effort by some people. So that's also nice. But you will find duplicate information. Sometimes I search in both. Sometimes I find things there which I don't find here also. So these are very important for Sanskrit students. Okay. All right. So अकारादिक्रमेण रचितेषु कोशेषु आदिमः शब्दकल्पद्रुमः नाम कोशः. एषः राधाकान्तदेवेन विरचितः. So it's quite Arvachina, just maybe century and a half ago. राधाकान्तदेवेन विरचितः. I don't know if Raja means he is a king, but maybe it's his name itself was Radhakanta. Okay, sakala shastra sambaddaah shabdaah api atra sangrihitaah santi. Basically words sourced from all shastras, puranas, etc. one by one he has collected and done sangrahana here. Etadrishah aparah koshah vachaspathyam iti. This is also available. Both shabdakalpa and vachaspathyam both are available. Shabdakalpadrume yavantah shabdaah santi tatopi adhikaah shabdaah santi vachaspathyam. So it's even bigger. Nirupana kramaha api parishkritah asti. It is even more explanation is even better. Etasya rachayita taranatha tarka vachaspatihi. Again must be a couple of centuries are within that. Taranatha tarka vachaspatihi. Okay. Samskritadhyayanartham upakarakaah koshaah kechana. Samskrita English Shabdakochaha V.S. Apte. Apte is very famous. So Vasudev Govind Apte, Maharashtra. So he has done lots of work. Mumbai, I think, so, or Pune. Lot of work with English and Sanskrit. He has done a lot of works. Good. Samskrita English Shabdakoshaha, Monier Williams. So German. So this is also quite famous. Okay, this is Shabdartha Kaustubha is a Samskrita Kannada Shabdakosha. Mysore University. Right, of course, university has published it later and all that, but originally I think it's Mysore Maharaja's support and the Samskrita Vangmaya that existed in Mysore through Sanskrit College and others, which was the genesis of this book. So it's there, some name is there, Srinivasa, some Govindacharya, something like that, I don't know exactly. Anyway, so Samskrita English Shabdakoshaha Monier William, Samskrita English Shabdakoshaha MacDonald, okay, another one is there. Samskrita English Shabdakoshaha V.S. Apte. English Samskrita. So that means Apte has done in both directions also. Interesting. They didn't need English to Sanskritam, but Apte saw the need for India to have both directions. So he did that also. Okay. Chhatropayogartham pradeshika bhashaya alpa mulyakaah koshaah api tat pradeshe upalabhyante eva. So, I mean basically subsidized with low cost dictionaries are available in all local languages also for Sanskritam, because Sanskritam was a poshaka bhasha for all the Indian tongues. A Samskrita kosha is very helpful for all local language knowledge to be increased. For example, a couple of days ago, one of our community mates, she was visiting, she was flying, so she saw the board in the international airport, Kannada title Antarashtriya instead of Antararashtriya, which we normally use in Kannada. Antararashtriya Vimana Nildana, something like that, for airport, international airport. So she was initially upset. I mean, why Antarashtriya? It sounds like end national, something like that. So she clearly thought that something is amiss. It couldn't have been they made such a multi-feet high font stuff without understanding the clarity or the purity of what they did. But she thought it may be a mistake and shared it in our Kannada group, saying this is what they have. Do we know this? I mean, isn't it incorrect like that? So then initially I also immediately reacted to her, saying yes, it sounds illegal, because anta plus arashtriya is what comes to my mind as a savarna dirgha. So something is weird about it. Then but wisely, another Bhagini, she took a newspaper scan, which was on that day's newspaper only. She had an article where again Antarashtriya was there. She said, looks like this is the new form that is being used everywhere, please check. I am not also understanding. She also said, I always used Antarashtriya. Then I went to my Gana, Nitya Samskrita Gana, and there are many couple of good grammarians who are part of the group there. They said, yes, have you forgotten? And they sent two formulas, ro, re, and one more formula. Okay. And Panini has described how when two repas, basically Antara Rashtriya is a Kannada apabhransha, Antas Shabda, which becomes Antar due to replacement of Sakara with Repa. After that Rashtriya comes. So Repa tacked with Repa. Panini has clearly said, if a Repa attaches to another Repa during a Vyutpatti, then you should do lopa of the Repa, one of the Repas. Okay, don't double up the Repas. Lopa of another. So it becomes Antarashtriya. But then he says, that is not all. Don't make it Antarashtriya. Do dirgha of the previous swara. Okay, if the previous an, whatever is there, do dirgha. So we do dirgha of anta to anta. So Antarashtriya turns out to be what they have used in the Bangalore International Airport, superbly accurate form of the word according to Paninian rules. Antarashtriya is also fine, because in Kannada we have a prakriya said, once we have a derived usage, we don't need to honor Paninian rules. If we have derived it as Antarashtriya from Samskrita Patipadikas Antara and Rashtriya, there is no problem, because we don't anymore go back and recognize Antas Shabda and all that. We just stick to Antara Shabda. So that is also fine. So we can write Antarashtriya or you can write Antarashtriya, no problem. Now the reason why they wrote Antarashtriya is, in the north they have always used Antarashtriya in the north. Okay, so that's how they came to that, but that's fine. Little bit of sidestepping about dictionary and correctness of words. It is an inexhaustible subject. All right, guys.
Mahodaya. Yes, recently there was a film festival in Maharashtra. So there also I read it as Antarashtriya, and I was shocked that they could make such a silly mistake. And all the top Samskrita Bharati people were on the team.
They were very accurate, and we were not good enough to know.
The program, everybody kept saying Antarashtriya. Then I said, okay, that must be the right word.
Very good. Very good.
So this is, I think, described in the Bhasha Pak series.
Bhasha Paka. I think Mahodaya would have described it. I mean, he is a rishi. Janardana Hegde Varya, lifelong service for Samskrita. Okay. We call him Rishi only. So yeah, he has done a lot of work in Bhasha Pak. Yeah. All right. So with that we will end today's class. Good overshot, but I think we learned something new. So with that we will call it a day. Tomorrow morning 11 o'clock we will continue. So hopefully we should be able to finish off this 9th lesson and step into the 10th lesson and get some portion of that done in this weekend. So next weekend I anticipate 10th lesson to close out. I will also prepare one simple prototype Q question paper. One of the Bhaginis had shared last year August question paper, most recent question paper. So I'll see if I can build a prototype so that we can just talk around the question paper a little bit, not with fear but with anticipation of what nice things we can write in the exam. Okay, and it won't be like a complete answer, but sample things we will go through. But I am also thinking I won't spend time looking at the 11th chapter for you guys. I went through the 11th chapter text again. It's fairly simple Samskritam, and what is there is what is to be read. Okay, Patra Lekhanam. Okay, few subjects have been taken. What they are teaching there is how to go about doing Prabandha Rachana. So what I will do, rather than just talk now, I will at least summarize it in one of them we will pick up rather than everything, one of each, and just go reading only one example to see how to go about it. You can read the others yourself, and you have to write your own, take the old question papers, pick up a few subjects and write your own prabandhas for some of them. Okay, that is the abhyasa you have to do. Patra lekana also similarly, we can take one simple thing and talk about it. I will see if time allows, we will go through some of it, but please, all that I think should be more swadhyaya. Okay, it's a fairly big chapter. Okay, it's a fairly big chapter, 7-8 pages are there, continuous dense ekadasha pataha, very important. Quite a few marks come in that segment. Okay, and also one good thing about there is it is not so much memory dependent like the other things. Vyakarana we are okay, technically once we gain Vyakarana knowledge we can do, but these memory dependent questions are always challenging for us, right? When we can't remember everything about Panini and all that. So we do our best with some simple mind map charts that you prepare, we do our best for those. But for this actually they can ask anything, and so you have to use your own viveka about that subject. Usually they won't ask something that won't be known to you. Okay, don't be afraid. So you have to write the small thing in Sanskritam, that's all. Go about with your best knowledge. Don't worry that grammar errors will be there, not there. Usually evaluators are kind. Okay, so that is what it is.
Mahodaya, this Kumbh Mela is very topical. Somebody has posted a YouTube video.
What
Which is exactly
what
like an
Bhagini,
essay.
I am unable to hear you. Can you be little, yeah.
This Maha Kumbh Mela, somebody has posted a YouTube video which is
actually some student
the
shared
Sanskrit.
with me. He wrote on Mahakumbh because he went to Kumbh or something, and he wrote, and I have to read it still. He has written couple of paragraphs, nice paragraphs
There
about
is
it.
a YouTube video, Mahodaya, that is exactly like an essay.
Okay,
I'll share it in the
but you write in your own words, Bhagini. You are capable, huh?
I'm going on 3rd, coming on 5th, so I can write.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, so have a nice day, guys. All the best.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸರ್.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಮಹೋದಯ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ನಮಃ ಸರ್ವೇಭ್ಯಃ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಾः.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.